Hey everyone, welcome back to Brian's Mysteries and Adventures on Trail. I hope everyone is doing well. Today we are going to be discussing the recent disappearance of a young woman who went missing in the Mount Baldy area of California only a few days ago. She is still missing, unfortunately. If you'd like, please stick around to the end of the video. I'm going to talk more about the calendars if you're interested in them. They were made by me, but a lot of you sent in the pictures, and I just thought you'd be interested in seeing places that other people have explored and maybe inspire you to explore them yourselves. Alright, let's get into today's case. We're actually going to be talking about 4 missing hikers. Thankfully, 3 of them were rescued. 3 of these hikers left their itinerary with their relatives, who notified the authorities when they didn't return. The Sierra Madre Search and Rescue were able to get into contact with them. One of them at least had a SATCOM device. Now this is the Mount Baldy area. We have discussed this area many times on this channel. This is the area where last year, sadly, the actor Julian Sands went missing and was eventually found deceased. Here is the woman we are talking about today, Lifei Huang, who's only 22 years old. She left on Sunday, the 4th of February, to go on this solo hike. Unfortunately, she was later reported missing around 11 p.m. Miss Wang had left around 2 p.m. earlier that day, and when her relatives had not heard from her, they contacted the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department. During this time, according to the weather reports and statements, that area received the amount of rain that they would normally receive in 1 month in 1 day. It was a massive amount of rain, and as they got up in elevation, the rain became snow. Roughly 12 hours after she had started her hike, around 2:30 a.m. in the morning on Monday, the Sheriff's West Valley Search and Rescue Crew, that is when they started their search for Miss Wang. On Tuesday, the search and rescue teams continued their search, which they quoted in saying was extremely heavy rain, then snowfall, and unfortunately due to avalanche risks, this hindered their search efforts and the crews were pulled off the mountains due to obvious risks. I wanted to mention that the 3 other hikers that had gone missing were eventually rescued on the Bear Canyon Trail by the Sierra Madre Search and Rescue Teams that Monday around 1 p.m. The search and rescue teams had navigated through the rain and snow. They had to climb another 4 miles to get to where the hikers were lost, which was around 8,200 feet in elevation. They were able to contact these hikers. They told them to stay put, keep in a safe place, and thankfully they were able to bring them all down unharmed, and everybody, including the search and rescue team members, were all medically cleared. Although this was obviously a great outcome, the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Office and the search and rescue teams, they had to go through serious snow drifts. This is some pictures of some of the areas where they had to climb through. It was a serious task, and they want to tell people that even though Mount Baldy is very attractive and it's a beautiful hike, during these times it can be very dangerous, and they're asking people to just refrain from hiking at this time. These are some more pictures of the actual search and rescue teams that went up and helped rescue the 3 hikers. As you can see, it's very snowy there, but in this picture, as you can see, there's very little snow on the ground. This is another picture of when the search got started for those 3 hikers. The West Valley Search and Rescue Team was, of course, and is still out looking for Miss Wang. Unfortunately, she still remains missing. According to all the search and rescue teams, they quoted in saying the weather has effectively buried the mountain in snow, and it is highly likely that hikers will get into trouble if they go out there. They're again stressing, please do not go out there. Resources are stretched to their limits right now. Quote, that hikers, even if they have a SATCOM device or are able to get in touch with search and rescue, it might be a long wait time before the search and rescue teams to get to wherever they are. Mount San Antonio, which is better known as Mount Baldy, is approximately 50 miles northeast of Los Angeles. Like I said, they've had the wettest year in almost 20 years. This is another picture of Miss Huang, and I can't imagine, she's only 22 years old and she's out there all by herself, where the other 3 hikers, at least they were together and they had themselves to give themselves moral support. This is a picture of the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department with one of their search dogs. This is a very dense, thick, forested area with very dangerous cliffs, and when this kind of weather moves in, it can be absolutely terrifying, no matter what your skill level is. I can't imagine what this poor woman is going through or where she is. That's another thing, that unfortunately they don't know her last known location, which is always a problem for search and rescue because it's like searching for a needle in a haystack. The search and rescue teams that are working this case, they said that they will remain at the trailheads and will resume searching when it is safe to do so. I'm going to have the information that you can contact regarding Miss Huang if you are in that area, to contact the Fontana Sheriff Station at 909-356 6767. I'll have that in the description, of course. These are some more pictures of Mount Baldy just to give you an idea of the terrain, what it might look like. And this is in times when there isn't that much snow. Yes, there's snow, but not a lot. One of the things that unfortunately puts Miss Huang's case at a disadvantage is that she most likely was unaware of the inclement weather that was approaching the area, as were the other 3 hikers and any other hikers that may have been in the area. And this is one thing that a SATCOM device can really help you with, because, for example, the Garmin InReach Explorer has up-to-date weather, it has tracking, all kinds of features, so that if you do get lost or something happens, not only can you contact search and rescue, but you can avoid walking in circles. And at this point, my main focus is to circulate this story to try and get awareness to hopefully find Miss Huang. And I want to dedicate this video to Miss Huang, her friends, her family, all the search and rescue members that are out there, and just praying that the weather will let up and let them resume a full ground search and aerial search. Hopefully she is hunkered down somewhere like the other 3 hikers were. I just pray one way or another that this young woman is found safe and is brought back to her friends and family. I can't imagine what they are going through either. Thank you all for watching. As always, I appreciate all your support and feedback. I'll have more information in the description. If you happen to be in that area and may have seen her, I'll have the contact information of the search and rescue and the county sheriff's office that you can contact to give any information that you may have. The smallest detail can make all the difference. Special thank you to co.ag for providing the background music. Hopefully I will see you all in the next one. Take care. Hey everyone, thanks for sticking with me till the end. I really appreciate all your comments, your feedback, your support. It means the world to me. If you have sent me a case suggestion, I am working on them. I'm working on several different cases. Obviously, when an immediate case like this comes up, I'm going to cover that first. If you have any case suggestions, please email me. That is in the description as well. If you haven't subscribed, I'd ask you to please consider subscribing. It really means the world to me and really helps the channel out a lot. As far as the calendars that I was talking about in the beginning, I make a merch calendar. This year's calendar is comprised of 80% of your pictures, viewer pictures that you have all sent in, which I really, really appreciate. And the goal of these calendars is just to show you places that you may not have seen, places that you may want to explore, and maybe inspire you to go and explore them yourselves. The price of the calendar is $25. Unfortunately, the shipping is higher this year, so that includes the price of the shipping. Shipping is like $8.60. Ultimately, that's why the price of the calendar this year is more expensive. If any of you have any questions, or if you feel you can't afford one and want one, please contact me and I'll do everything I can to get you one. If you'd like to make a donation to the channel, all that is in the description as well, and I thank you for all your support. All right, I'll see you next time.